So I want to walk you through how to use this very simple follow-up tracker that I made for any Scentsy consultant at any title. Doesn't matter when you started, whether you started last week or 4 years ago, anyone could start using this follow-up tracker. So the whole point of how I would explain this to a new consultant or anyone using it is I would explain to them that follow-up is non-negotiable. We've got to do it, and we provide a consumable product to our customers, and we really need to make sure that they're using the product, that they know how to use it, and that we are opening up a line of communication with our new customers, new and existing customers, that we can build on the level of trust so that we establish the connection with our customers, but then we can build on our relationship with them and have them come to trust us, know, like, and trust us, right? So that they'll refer us to their friends and family, so that they'll know that we take our business seriously, so that they'll know that we're consistent, so they'll know when they think of Scentsy, they'll think of us, right? Think of our specific name. So I genuinely love the 113 method. You can look it up on YouTube or Workstation for the Scentsy 113 method, or 222, but I do prefer the 113. It's 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, and I do this from delivery day. So there are binder systems, the Sell with Amy app, other things, but I wanted to create something for any consultant at any level that they could use it, that it would be portable, that they could take it anywhere. So this is just on paper, but if you prefer digital, you could take this very same information. You see how simple it is: order date, name, order type, thank you, delivery date, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. That's it. Okay, you could take this and type it into Google Sheets, and that way you could have it on your Google Drive at any time that you needed to update it, right? So this is how I would explain it. 1 day a week, you want to do your follow-up. Maybe as your customer base grows, you turn that into 2 days a week. But I would stick with beginners doing follow-up Friday. So every Friday is when you're going to touch base with your customers, but you're not going to touch base with every single one of your customers. That would be excessive. That would be too much contact. No one wants to be contacted every single week about their products, right? So if we have them in a system that's consistent, but is also spread out enough that they know that we've not forgotten about them, that we do care about them, but we're not staying in touch with them too much, then that's where the system comes into place. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys by example how I would do this. Now I want to just have this little caveat right here and tell you, I can't tell you how to speak to your people. You know the relationship that you have with your customers. You know whether Sammy is your sister or your best friend or a brand new customer that you've never met before, somebody you don't know that well. So you will have to take your relationship with that person into consideration whenever you start talking to them, because your people know you. I'm not going to speak to my best friend the same way that I speak to someone who has never bought Scentsy from me before and I met them through a bag party or a Facebook party. So, I mean, of course I want to try to get to know them, but my verbiage is going to be a little bit different. So I can't tell you exactly how to speak to your people, but I am going to use these people in this follow-up tracker as if they are, I'm going to give you examples and talk to you as if they are people that I don't know that well, but I am working on my relationship with them. Okay. So for starters, follow-up Friday is, you're going to take 15 minutes of your day and you're going to break it up into 5 minutes and 10 minutes. So maybe that needs to be the first part, the first 5 minutes you do it one part of the day. The next part, the 10-minute part where you actually do the follow-up, is another part of your day. But follow-up Fridays is when you're going to do this. You're going to take your tracker and you are going to use your workstation order history, and you're going to come in there and you're going to fill in any orders from that week up to that Friday, their name, what type of order it was, whether it was a PWS or a party or club order or any other type of order, any other information you want to put it right there in order type. Then your thank you. So for me, a thank you is absolutely non-negotiable, and it's not part of my follow-up system. That is why it becomes before any of my follow-ups. Thank you must be done, whether that is through a text message, a graphic, an email, something that you put in their order because you're hand delivering it to them, happy mail, whatever the case may be, doesn't matter, but it has to be done. That's always in here. So I have a check mark beside it to know that I did it and what the date was. So I usually try to do that within 24 to 48 hours of their actual order date. Okay. Then I'm going to use my workstation order history tab to look at their tracking information to find out if it has shipped, and if it has shipped, when was it delivered. And so for this one, I have the date written down there. So this is where I will use my calendar now, take out a calendar and fill in the dates for 1 week from delivery date, 1 month from delivery date, and 3 months from delivery date. Okay. The check mark is when I actually touch base with them. So that'll be the first 5 minutes. It's just filling in the information that you need. The next 10 minutes, and you can set a timer, is when you actually message Sammy at her delivery or at her 1 week mark and say something along the lines of, again, these are customers I don't know that well, right? I would say, hey, Sammy, this is Katie Johnson with Scentsy. Just wanted to touch base with you and see if your order arrived safe and sound. That's it, okay? It doesn't matter to me whether or not they respond. I'm doing my part. The ball is in her court. If she responds, great. If she doesn't, okay. I'm still moving along with my 1 month and 3 month process. I don't let whether or not she responded to me on the first week affect whether I'm going to touch base with her at 1 month and 3 months, okay? I detach myself from that response. I have a job to do. At 1 month, I will check back in with Sammy, and this is where I like to specifically call out a product that she purchased. So I may say, hey, Sammy, just wanted to check in with you and see how much you love that Crowned in Gold mini warmer. It is stunning. I hope you love it as much as I do. Okay, the ball is in her court. She can answer me or not answer me. Maybe you would even ask her, hey, if you don't mind, would you post a picture on social media and tag me? Again, it's going to depend on your relationship with that person, all right? But also tagging you on social media is a great way to get your name out there to her people. At 3 months, I would touch base with her, maybe about the product, maybe not. Again, it's about your relationship with the person, but I could say something like, hey, Sammy, this is Katie with Scentsy again. I really hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed all of your Scentsy over the last few months. If you need a fresh 6-pack of wax, buy 5, get 1 free for $30. Please let me know. If you need my shopping link, I'll be glad to send it to you. Something like that. Or you may say, hey, Sammy, I just wanted to touch base with you and let you know that we have a new catalog available in February. I would love to send you one. Perhaps you would like to get some of your Scentsy for free and have your own scent event with me, something like that. But again, your follow-up is allowing you to build on your relationship and to decide how it is you're going to talk to that person. To me, follow-up is so important, and it's the #1 income-producing activity you can do in your business because it allows you to open up the door of communication. It allows you to have conversations about purchasing, hosting a party, joining your team, okay? The next example I'm going to give you is with Amy, who was a host, and she is the host of all of these. She was the host for all of these orders, okay? So her party date went in on October the 2nd. I take my follow-up Friday, first 5 minutes, and I fill in all of Amy and her people that it was a party order. This was when their thank you went in their order. I delivered it to Amy, everybody's order, on this date. At 1 week, I'm going to check in with Amy a little differently than Joe because Amy's the host, Joe was not. So Amy's would sound something like, hey, Amy, it's been a week. Have you had a chance to open up your Scentsy order and try some things out? For Joe, it might be like, hey, Joe, this is Katie with Scentsy. Just wanted to let you know that I had dropped off your orders with Amy last week. Have you had a chance to grab it from Amy yet? Okay. At 1 month, you'll check in with Amy, maybe name something specific. Because it's getting close to Christmas, maybe you'll offer if she needs some Christmas scents to let you know Christmas cutoff date is going to be such and such time, whatnot. At the 3 month mark, you may reach out and let her know that you have a new catalog you'd love to send her. Same thing with Joe. Maybe asking if Joe wants to host a party, and that way that Amy can get the perpetual party reward when Amy attends Joe's party, something along those lines. And I may send that same host a party message to Joe, Annie, Susie, and Robbie or Bobby. Okay, but that's how I would check in with them. Now let's go to this one last example. On November 2nd, Veronica placed a PWS order with me. I sent her a thank you on by text on November the 2nd. Maybe I sent some happy mail too. Doesn't matter if you want to put that in your tracker or this follow-up tracker, you can. Her delivery date, according to my workstation order history, was this date right here. So at 1 week from delivery date, again, I'm using my calendar to fill in all these dates right here. I would go in and check in with her at the 1 week mark, make sure it was delivered safe and sound. At 1 month, I might call out a specific product to her, ask her how she's loving all of her goodies, and maybe wish her a Merry Christmas. Okay, now you can see right here I have an X at the 3 month mark. I had a date, February 9th, but I had to X it out. Why? Because Veronica has decided to reorder from me. So because Veronica has ordered from me again on December 10th, I stop this contact here. That's why I put an X through it. And I start her all over again because she has a brand new order. She goes through the system all over again. So I fill in her information, her name, her party type, that I thanked her, and that she had a delivery date of December 20th. I will check in with her at 1 week, maybe wish her a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. At 1 month, I check in with her again. And then her 3-month mark is March the 20th. So as I'm recording this video, it's not there at March yet. So I haven't followed up with Veronica just yet about her order. Maybe she'll order again, maybe she won't. If she orders again, she's going to go right back into the system. If she doesn't, you can also save these for a later date to touch back with them at another time. Maybe you could put an additional date over here in this additional column that says maybe touch base with her, 3 more months from then. 6 total months from her last order would be like June 20th. You could do that if you wanted to. But this right here, the way this system is set up is, number one, it is to help you to be consistent. It's to help you to know exactly when you need to check in with these people. And I have found that around the 3-month mark, my customers are telling me, hey, Katie, you were just on my mind. I needed to order from you again. You must have read my mind, or something like that. Because around 3 months is when most of my customers need a re-up. Now, some people order within the 1 month, and that's fine too. I love that. But most of my customers are around the 3-month mark. This is going to help your new consultant stay consistent, and just to get them encouraged with how being consistent in your follow-up will actually benefit and bless your business beyond belief. So, and if they find another system in that time frame that they want to use, that's great, but this is just one to get anyone started. Follow-up is so important for our businesses that I just think everyone needs to be doing it, and we can't just assume that our customers are going to reorder from us. So anyway, I hope that this tracker helps and that this explanation helps you to explain it to your new people on how to use it, or even your existing consultants. If someone needs a follow-up system, they don't have anything consistent, they can start with this. The last thing I want to say is, when I go in with my calendar and my workstation and I'm putting in dates, let's just say maybe that Friday I couldn't get to my follow-ups and I need to do it next Monday. Like, it's okay if you're off by a couple of days. Maybe it says I needed to follow up with them after 1 week on the 15th, but it's now the 18th. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? You're still supposed to follow up with them. Don't be so concerned that the date said the 15th, but I didn't do it until the 18th. Maybe you make a little note over here and you say 11/18. That's when I actually followed up with her. No big deal, okay? Maybe you alter the other dates to be around that time. It's okay. It's just you don't want to try to go, and even if it's a week past your due date that you were supposed to follow up with them, that's okay too. Just don't make it be 2 months, 3 months, 6 months since you followed up with your people last. This system will just help you to be more consistent. The next thing I can tell you to do for Follow-Up Friday is put a note in your phone, a reminder in your phone, an alarm in your phone that makes sure that you know that you're supposed to be touching base with your customers. You have to do your follow-ups on Fridays just to stay consistent, because consistency is the key, and this right here is going to help you do it. And this is a simple system that anybody can use. Have a great day.